everybody. I guess you need my face, huh? Hello, hello. So we are going to be painting. I'm live, Haley. Tonight I am going to be doing this cute cluster of hearts, and we're going to work on different patterns tonight. So I thought we would do stripes, leopard print, and buffalo check. And I got this new tape, you guys, from Frog. It's not the green tape, it's the yellow tape. And it's been doing a really good job of not lifting the paint when it's super fresh. Haley, can you take the doggies upstairs for mommy? Here. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I also listed the link for the templates. So you've got an SVG file, and you also have a JPEG file listed in that link for you, and that's a Dropbox link. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Sorry guys, it's been a little bit crazy here today. I know the dogs are fighting, so we apologize. Hey Sherry, how are you? I'm also going to pull you guys up real quick on my Facebook, on my phone, just because the last few times it seems like I can't get anything there. So sorry about Haley. She's trying to get the dogs upstairs. Guys, go outside. Go potty. Go.
Yeah, the dogs are not leaving.
I have all 3 of them underneath my table at this point, so I don't think they're going. Hopefully they'll be good. Okay. Haley, go upstairs, okay?
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. Hey, Ann. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, I was getting our group. Oh, guys, my brain. Let's see. Retherapy. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. So how was your guys' Christmas? Any plans for New Year's or anything like that? I don't know why my phone won't pull this up. There we go. Hopefully I can find myself. There we go. There I am. Okay, let me mute me. We don't need to hear myself. Okay. Hey Sue, how are you? And Trish, hi. Yep, Facebook's not scrolling on here, so I will make sure that I have my phone. Okay. So anyways, without further ado, we're gonna get painting. Hey Cece. Okay, so once again, we're painting this. It's a cluster of hearts. The stripes are already included on it because stripes are so dang hard to get straight. I didn't want to do the buffalo check because you're doing a lot of different ones. And if you didn't want to do the buffalo check, I didn't want you fully committed to it. And then I think we'll do a leopard print in this small one and have some fun. So let me flip views for you guys. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Okay. And I also got new paintbrushes. These are the ones, I found these at Walmart. They're a Royal and Land Nickel brushes. They came in this cool little package. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with brushes. So it came in a package like this, and all the brushes were, of course, in here. But I will try these out and let you guys know. I think it was like $5 for the bag, so not too bad in price. So what we'll do is we were just gonna throw some white on here. Let me grab one of the big ones. Now when you throw paint on, you don't want it to sit in a glob, so you do want it to work fast. Otherwise you're going to see that glob come through on the wood. It will be splotchy. The other reason, you guys, why I like to paint a white background is it's like a primer. It just really brightens up your paint. Your colored paint you don't have to use as much of, and white used to be really easy to find. It's not as easy right now to find, but it also works as a great base liner as well, you know. So, and it's cheaper than having to buy all the colored paint because you can buy it in bulk usually. But it's been a little bit harder at certain places to find the white paint because I buy it in like the big jars. So I'm just smoothing out our edges real quick here. Alright, I think we got all the globbies. Okay. Oh, there's a glob. Alright, so this is with that thicker wood that I had been talking to you guys about. It's a little bit thicker than the 1/4 and the MDF. The laser was cutting it, but boy was it pushing off some fumes that was giving us some headaches. And I bought myself a new vent, so we're gonna try it again. But the MDF that I was getting, it's a little bit different, and I haven't been fully in love with the MDF since purchasing it. So we're messing with material a little bit. So if you guys see different material, that's why. Is I'm still trying to figure out which material is the best. And once I have that figured out, I'll let you know. But so far, I've really been liking this. So I'm going to hit this with the heat gun real quick. Can you see the lines come through? Absolutely. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about this laser is it etches the lines just a little bit, that it pops through the paint just enough that you can see it, but it fills it in that it feels smooth. So instead of having to paint this, then wait for it to fully dry to put the carbon on, I can literally just start going. So it's really sped up my production time a lot, and very minimal sanding, if at all, that I have to do. Because I would sand for hours at a time. So I'll show you guys. You can kind of see the heart lines coming through a little bit. Kind of looks like a shadow. And that's just that edge line coming through. Whoops. Let me put that on the hood here. There we go. So I'll bring it up so you can kind of see it. Can you guys see those edge lines popping through? Isn't that nice? And then I was thinking we'll do black and white hearts. We'll do this one, the buffalo, and then we'll do pink with leopard print on this one. And I was thinking gold, but we might do silver. What do you guys think about silver instead of gold? I don't know. Just thinking that might be something fun. Okay, so we're gonna paint this red. So I'll get this going with the red. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, so I'm using opaque red. Grab one of my little paint trays here. I was painting Valentine's frogs, so that's hence why the lime green earlier last night. They turned out so cute. I just listed them on my Etsy page, but I wasn't able to get them, ran out of time to get them listed on Facebook. Okay, so same, I'm going to use this big brush once again, and this is a 3/4 inch angle brush, or no, flat brush. Sorry. And you guys, I gave my brushes a much needed break / bath, and I cleaned them all. I had them soaked for about 3 days in Murphy's oil, soap, and a little bit of Dawn dish soap as well. You mix it together, and that's the Murphy's oil soap that, you know, like you would use on your wood floors and everything else. I had them soak in there for a couple of days. I got this really cool spongy mat or like silicone scrubber from Walmart. I want to say it was like $2-3. And it was in where like your dishes and stuff are. So it's supposed to be a scrubby for your pots and pans. But I scrubbed my brushes on it, and then for the littler brushes I use this side. You guys, this thing is phenomenal for everything. I even got another one of these and was cleaning the laser with it, and it was amazing what it was taking off. So if you guys find those, grab yourself those because they are awesome.
I didn't understand that.
And of course my phone is being nosy again. I don't get it. Cece's taken her garbage out. Does that mean that you forgot it was garbage day? I almost missed ours. Whew. That would have been bad too because we had a garbage bowl. So I know we talked a little bit about it in Lori's group, but did anybody, what were your guys' plans for Christmas? What'd you guys all do? It was kind of weird for us. We normally go to church, and all of our churches around us are closed, or we're closed for church service since it's, you know, one of their bigger times. So it felt kind of weird not having Christmas Eve service. So we did that, and then, so we kind of, we were able to go to a restaurant. We did like a week's worth of advance, and and we normally do Chinese on Christmas Eve. It's kind of always been our tradition, and all the Chinese places around us aren't that great, so we have to kind of go a little bit further out. But they were only doing carry out. I know, phone. They were doing carry out, so it wasn't going to work for us. It would have been yucky by the time we got it home. So we went to an Italian restaurant that's a big favorite of ours. It's a local one. It's called Livia, and we ate there with kind of our family friend slash adopted mommy, grandma. She moved in about a year after we did here in Illinois, and she's from kind of all over the place, but she moved from California, and so her son is going to college and stuff like that, and so we met with them and we had dinner together because we kind of had to make our own little family together since we don't have any out here. So it's been really nice. She's been an amazing help for us. But we had dinner with her. And then just chilled, and then the girls got a Nintendo Switch together for Christmas, and they've been playing that, and that's what we did all Christmas Day. Hey Robbie, how are you? And Carolyn, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna hurry and just go over this just one quick more coat. And because we're doing buffalo check, we don't need to do it. The paint doesn't have to be super amazing and completely filled in. But red is, like I said, red is one of those paints that you always will have to do 2 coats. So I'm just kind of doing a light coat over the top there. I am doing good. You guys have any plans for New Year's? Anything fun? Okay, so red is done. Let me throw that in my water real quick. And then I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. I think I want black and white here. I grabbed both. I don't know which one I wanted to do. for the leopard. I think I'm going to do the light pink. This is Lisa Pink. It's a really pretty, I wouldn't quite say pastel, so it's a little bit darker than pastel, but just about there. So we're just throwing down these base colors now. I'm gonna go with a little bit bigger brush. Gonna use, this is a 5/8 of an inch angle. I'm using the big brushes today. All right, so we're gonna hit this. We'll loaded the edge of the brush. Doing this sweep with your fingers, not really using your wrist as much. So you're letting your fingers do the work for you. And we're gonna smooth that out. This pink is a really great one too. This is a one and done kind of pink, which is great. Whoops. Oh, I forgot to hit red with that anyway, so we'll cover that up. Otherwise, baby whites would have been our friends. So we're just getting this. We're working on our angle here. And there we go. Okay, getting our angle. Okay, I'm going to grab the side here. We've been thinking about taking the girls to a one of the hotels with the water parks for New Year's and surprising them, so we'll see. I think it will probably happen. My daughter's birthday is on, my oldest daughter, she turns 12 on the 6th. So we might do it as an early birthday present for her. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with a smaller brush to clean up this little edge right here. This is, I believe, a 1/2 inch angle brush. So this will just cover over that boo-boo of pink that we made. And then just so you guys know, starting next month, I will go back to teaching at 5:30 just to stay, or I guess it would be 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, just to stay kind of consistent with Susan, the other designer, so there's less time confusion for you guys. So just keep that in mind for next week. Trying to help you guys out as much as we can. Okay, done there. Gonna throw the extra paint back in here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the black stripes here. Black is almost out in this bottle, so I may have to go get into the other supply. Let's see. I know I have another bottle. At least I thought I did. Hold on. Hold, please. I love these safety things on the bottles. I didn't even think about almost being out until I opened it. Okay. And it looks like I got paint right here. There we go. Am I missing comments? Okay, no, we're doing good. All right. Let me throw that in there. And I'm gonna go, nope, I'm not using that one. I think I'm gonna stick with that 1/2 inch angle. Okay, why is my phone so far behind here? I don't know what is going on. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. All right, I give up. Giving up, throwing in the towel on the phone. I'll just try and really watch for comments, guys. It keeps wanting to scroll to the top, so I'm not catching all of your comments. There we go. Okay, brush cleaned. And then I've gotten asked before about the soap that or the water that I use. I do put just a little bit of Dawn soap, like a little pea-sized amount, maybe even smaller than that, of Dawn dish soap in my water, in just my paint water that I rinse out my brushes with. It really helps pull out the acrylic so you don't get the buildup in your brushes. There's a little trick that I can't even remember which painter told me to do it, or I would let you know, but anyhow, it was a good tip. All right. So we're just getting these stripes. If you didn't have the stripes lines already, you could use the painter's tape and line it up the same way that I'm going to show you how to do it for doing the buffalo check on this back card. So I'm just taking my angle brush. I have the paint loaded on the tip of the edge of the brush, and then we're just lining it up and going straight. And then when we get closer to the edge, we'll stop and then pull towards us. It's going to give us the best, cleanest line that we can get. Go right here, same thing. And because we're not working into an edge, we're just going right off, we can push right straight off. Okay. I loaded my brush a little too heavily for what I wanted to do that part, so this is just going to get filled in real quick. Okay, just the tip there. We're going to use our fingers to help us go around that curve. My brush is a little dry. Same thing again, we're going to use our fingers to help push it and swirl it to do that angle. And then we'll smooth it out. All right, once again, using our fingers and just slightly pulling It'll give us that nice clean edge that you're looking for and that nice steady edge on top of it. And pull that in like so. Alright. And our last one, our last stripe. Well, at least for the black and white. Okay. So smooth that out. I'm going to just hit the edges here where my black stripes are. So I did already paint the edges white. So we're just going to come in and hit these edges real quick with the black. This just kind of makes your edges look a little bit better. The laser does do a nice black edge or a charred edge on your project, but I'm a little bit sloppy when it comes to my edges, and I wasn't liking the look of the paint coming over the edge. I didn't think it looked as professional as it could be, so I've decided that I'm still going to be painting the edges whether I like it or not. Hey Lillian, how are you? So this is what they look like. So this is an unfinished. So you can see the edges are nice and black, but I get paint over on the edges. So we're doing it this way. All right. So I'm just cleaning up. I noticed there was a little bit of paint that I wanted to clean up a little bit. This is the empty bottle, so we're not going to use that. I'm going to come back in and use black again, but I don't want my paint to dry out, so I'm going to just scoop it. Go ahead and scoop it in here. Throw my brush in the water. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just put some heat on this real quick, and then we'll get going on the buffalo check. And then we will paint some leopard. Okay, it's feeling pretty dry. Remember, you don't, whenever you're using the heat gun, you want to use it on the low setting, and you don't want to hit it too much in one area with heat, or it will make your paint bubble. Okay, let me grab a foam paint, or a foam plate. I said paint. I'm losing it a little bit. Okay. So like I said, green frog, or the yellow frog painter's tape. The green I do like quite a bit. Ooh, I have paint on my finger. The blue, or the green paint like this, I don't mind it, but you can get a little bit of lift off with the green. And the blue is not my friend. I don't like the blue. But this one, they are saying that you can literally paint as soon as it's dry. Where the green, they're seeing a couple of hours. This one's like pretty awesome. I really enjoy using this one. So, oh, I got paint on this too. I don't know where I got all this black paint from. What bottle was it on? Huh. Anywho. Getting sidetracked here. All right. We are going to just take the tape, like so, and we're going to use one as our guide. So I'm just going to put this, I'm going to line it up towards the top here of the hearts. That's going to be kind of our center guide, per se. Oops, no. Uh-oh, that don't look good. That's not good. That is not good, my friends. That's way bad. Well, yellow tape is not our friend today. Why is it that every time I get online with you guys, the tape does not work? Okay, well, we're not going to be doing that. Goodness gracious. That flusters me. Okay, so I'm just going to throw some red. Thank goodness we still had the red out over that. Maybe because I had it heated, because I'm being over impatient. Well, that's not fun. All right. We'll go about this a little bit differently then. I always think, oh, this is going to be so fun. It's so easy, and I'll show you guys, and you'll love it. And then I have these. Murphy's Law, right? What will go wrong on a life. All right, let me hit this real quick. We're gonna go ahead and do the leopard print, and we'll get back to this mess in the back here. You throw on one more quick coat. I got way too much paint. I really want to show you. I guess I'm just going to have this pre-painted to then show you guys. Because this worked amazing for me the other day, but I was doing batch work, so I had a couple of signs I was painting all. Lovely. Okay. I was totally thinking this yellow tape was going to be the end all for my painting. Which it is good, but it's not good for lives. Okay. Let's go to doing leopard. So, what do you guys think? Should we do leopard gold? Or should we do leopard with silver with the black polka dot? Or with the black. What are you guys thinking? The pink background? You can do gold or silver. What do you guys think? I hope comments are still coming in. I don't know how far behind I am from the stream. Silver, gold. Okay. That is so funny. Yeah. Leopard. Let's see. Leopard, silver, gold. Uh-oh, we're tied. Gold. Okay, we got two golds. Your choice. Oh, Sue, you're so cute. Gold? Okay. All right. So we got the metallic. This is called metallic gold. And I am going to get... We'll use one of the new brushes that I was telling you guys about. We're going to use the 3/8 angle. I'm just going to wet. Oh, thanks, Amanda. I'm so glad you do. Okay, so with leopard, we're just going to make randomness. Total randomness, okay? That's what makes it fun and cute. The gold metallic we are going to have to use a couple of times, or just we're gonna have to do 2 coats of it, just FYI for you guys. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, just wanted to make sure everything was going good here. Okay, so we're just basically, we're gonna start with a circle slash oval. We'll go right here. And the thing is you don't even really have to have your circles like polka dot looking. You can just go completely random, and it's a-okay. So we're just starting with little circles for the leopard. We'll do one kind of off here. Just kind of getting that edge there. How about one right in here? Here. Amanda, by the way, congratulations on your engagement. Woohoo! I'm so excited for you. Amanda got engaged on her birthday, which is just before Christmas. Just FYI. Sorry, Amanda, if you didn't want me sharing, but you put it on Facebook, girl. We did have a great Christmas. It was really fun. Very relaxed, which since moving out here, you know, away from family and stuff like that, it has been a lot more relaxed. It was a complete surprise. I could kind of tell from like the way you posted, so I was excited for you. Just hitting this with a little bit of heat here. I don't blame you. You should tell the world. Am I going to have to start doing some Cricut projects? Amanda's wedding Cricut project. It'd be fun. I bet you're so excited to like get everything decorated and do that fun stuff, but just be engaged. That's so fun. So excited for you. Okay, so just going through again, you guys, hitting this with the gold, because you want pretty good coverage. This is your background, but the metallic, depending on what angle you look at, you're going to see different stripes. That's the one thing that's a little bit hard about metallic. I love metallic, but it does take a little bit more effort. Sometimes you can even go with 3 coats on different things because of the background that you're using. Oh my gosh, this phone is so nosy. So anyways, yes. We'll just clean that up. I'm so glad. We don't like not nice guys. No not nice guys for Amanda. She's too sweet. Nobody deserves that though. Even the unsweet ones. Nobody deserves to not feel special and loved. So. Okay. Gold. Done. Okay, gold is done. Should I go really crazy and should we do, I think, no. We're going to stay with the black because it will pull in this black. Okay. So we're going to use black again. And this one, you guys, with the circles, you're gonna do completely random. So we're gonna do on the sides, so we're gonna have a circle, right? We can paint on the sides, we can paint like a U shape, we can make a U shape with the circle up top, but you're gonna combine them randomly. That's how you do leopard print. It's very random, but very fun. There's no right or wrong to it. You just have fun, right? I'm actually gonna go with a round tip. I'm gonna go, I think the 5 is too big. I'm gonna go with a 3 with a round tip. I'm gonna get this wet just a little bit. Okay. Sorry. Yep. Had to get the point there. I like my brushes, what can I say? So this one, I think we're just gonna kind of go crazy with it. Now the only thing that I will say is you do want to cover the circle of the gold. When you're putting black over it, you're going to want to cover that circle part of it. But other than that, we are just going to have a fun time. And it's going to be squiggly and just kind of crazy. You're not going to have any type of perfection when it comes to the leopard print. Okay, that's what's really fun about it. We're gonna go right here. We'll hit right here with one. And we'll kind of do an almost U with a little bloop right there. My brush dried out on that corner and I didn't like it. Okay. We'll go ahead and do this one. This one, so we've got a U, we've got the dot, so we'll do a side one. Right here. How many of you guys like leopard print? You guys loving it? Leopard print is so fun. I love, 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 love painting it. Because you just get to have fun. It's close like polka dots. There's no, like polka dots you have to be a little strategic with, but leopard you can just kind of be crazy. You can have so much fun with it. And it always looks good. Hi Diane, hi Teresa, how are you, hon? How's the new job? You getting the hang of it? I mean, I'm sure you are, but I know you were a little bit worried about that. Okay, so we've got a dot dot. We'll do a side one here. And I think I'm just gonna let this one be open. So it's gonna be like one with the 2 sides, but we're gonna leave that one open. All right, we'll do a 2-sider here on this one. Hey Linda, how are you? You're not late, you're fine. No worries. Oh, vet pickup, huh? Hopefully just a routine. We don't like sick puppies. Okay, so that one's a side one. I think this one we'll just do a little dot, a little bloop right there. You guys gotta love my terminology, right? This one, I think we're gonna just do a little side. And maybe a little bloop right here. And then this one, let's do this one a big U shape. Just to get in all of the sides in different patterns. Who's purging stuff? Time to eat dinner? Okay, Robbie, you have fun. I know, I'll be eating dinner shortly. I know, right? I'm so excited for her. Hey, Dawn, how are you, sweetie? Oh, you had to get a COVID test. Oh, no. The daycare director tested positive. I was around the grandkids. Oh, no. Well, I pray for you that nothing bad. Okay, this one we're going to do a U shape-ish. And we're going to put a bloop on it. Little bloop. Because why not? You needed something, right? Okay. And then I think with this one, we'll kind of go a little rando here. We'll do a U. And we'll do just a small little, actually we might do a full side. Why not? I'm getting crazy. Okay, I'm also gonna hit this with just like a little squiggly to make it look like it's coming off, or that there's the leopard print up here, because you want your print to extend like it's extending out, not that it's all contained. It makes it look more natural and fun. So we'll put another little bloopy right there, and we'll go right there with something. Maybe right here we'll do something, and I think that looks really good. I'm loving that. What do you guys think? So we've got the Lisa pink, which is that lighter pink. We did the gold, and then we just added the black on top to pull in the black with the black stripes. And we tried, I tried to do some buffalo check. And we may try again. I'll try it and see. It's still a little damp, but we'll do a little test. And see. Yep, it's still gonna pull right straight up. I don't know what the heck its problem is. So let's see, what else can we do? We're just gonna go straight. I'm gonna teach you a different way of doing that. It's a little bit harder than the tape, but we'll get the job done, right? We're not gonna let it defeat us. I know, right, Sue? Prayers for Linda, and woohoo, Amanda. Shouting it from the rooftops. Okay. Red is done. I'm gonna hit this with just a little bit. Ooh, this would be so perfect with it. Amanda, if you wanted to try and paint this, the template is listed above. I know what you're gonna tell me. Or I know a person that knows a person that can get you a sign. So just let me know. Or how about this, Amanda? Because I'm so excited for you, for your engagement, I'm gonna send this to you. Okay? Are you kidding me right now? No, I'm not kidding you. I'm sending this to you. I will get it cleaned up and in the mail for you. Okay? This is Amanda's. If we can ever get the paint to stick. You're going to be like, girl, I don't want it. I've watched you like have to patch your paint up like 16 times. I promise it will look good. If not, I'll paint a new one. Okay. You are so welcome. Yes, here, and I do ship to Canada now. I do not ship free. I only ship free domestic, but I do ship to Canada now. So yes. Thank you, Linda. Okay, so you guys, this is going to be a little bit more difficult, but we're going to get it done. This is too thick of a ruler than what I want to use. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Okay. So, instead of the tape method, I know, yay! Thank you, Karen. This is still just a little tacky, so we're going to work down here. Actually, I'm just going to hit this with a little more heat because I know I'm going to rip it off. If I don't. Uh-oh, did I pop my surge? Oh, there we go. Hello? Oh, it's coming unplugged. Whoops. I'm like, what the heck did I do? There we go. Okay. So, if you're having issues, no, not all of my packages have. My sister's finally arrived today. She sent me a message just before I went on with you guys, saying that her package finally made it. I sent it to her on December 1st, y'all. December 1st. Finally made it to her. And she is in Delaware, Ohio. Just right outside of Columbus. Forgive me for the things that I want to say right now, but I won't. Okay, take a pencil. We're going to just line that like so. Okay, so there's our first line. You're going to line it up again. This is how you would do it with paint too, or with the tape. But the tape, you would have, instead of the ruler, you would have an extra piece of tape and line it up. So now what we're going to do, take the next one. We're going to line this up. Just like so. Lift up. Again, gonna line that up like so. So I lined up the ruler to the top edge of the hearts. Just so you know, that was kind of my starting point. You're gonna kind of want to find a starting point with your lines that's level to do that at, okay? So we're gonna lift up. Okay, this looks pretty good. I'm not gonna completely screw it up. Whoops. However, I am gonna screw up my line. There we go. We're gonna lift that up again. I'm not gonna worry there. And this red tip, because it's gonna just be kind of on its own, I'm not gonna worry about that. That's just gonna stay red. Now what we're gonna do is, I have a different ruler that works better for this kind of scenario. That one, there we go. It's a little bit thicker, that's why I didn't want it. But we are still going to do the method that I taught. It's just gonna be a little bit different. So we are gonna want a baby wipe as well, okay? And we're gonna still work down. So this one's gonna be black first. Let me get my paintbrush. Actually, where's the one that I used that's black? Okay, so we don't need a lot of coverage, we just need a little bit. So we don't have to work on full coverage, if that makes sense. But we do want our lines to be pretty crisp. So I'm just taking the brush and I'm taking my, when you're doing really long stripes like that, you can take your brush, your angle brush, and hold it and just drag it straight across. That helps a lot with that problem. Okay, and then again, we're going to take it, run it straight across like so. All right. So we got pretty good coverage. It's kind of splotty, and that's okay. It's kind of what we want. So now what we're gonna do is take the wet wipe. I am going to kind of use this ruler as a little bit of a help so we don't get too much, but we're gonna kind of just wipe a little bit of it off. So you're gonna wanna see a little bit of the red streaks coming through, and that is perfect, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys. Can you guys see how it's kind of streaky? You want that. That's a good look. Okay, we're gonna go again with the black, and we're gonna go, oops, I missed this line right here. I noticed. Knew that was too long. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so same thing here. Get this line here. Now this would be a little bit easier with the tape because I would just paint this real quick and then come back with the baby wipe. But we're working a little bit different, which is a-okay. We improvise, we do what we do. We don't want tape ripping up our project because it's a pain in the bum. So we'll go this route. And this is also good to know if you don't have tape how to do this. Sorry you guys if you're hearing grunting, it's my elderly dog. It's Ronan boy. He has not been doing too hot with this weather. His hips have been bugging him pretty bad, poor guy. Okay, so once again, making sure that my ruler's nice and clean before I lay it down. We're gonna lay that just kind of right there. I'm gonna take the wipe, put it with my finger, okay, and we're just going to lightly rub it. I'm going to skip that little black part because that's part of the other heart, and we're going to let a little bit of this color come through. Okay, so you guys can see again, it looks nice and kind of distressed looking. That's what we're looking for. Oh no, it's been acting strange. Prayers, Amanda. Okay. It must be a thing with our animals, right? So straight line again. Okay. And we'll paint this one up. And then this one, I'm just going to be really careful since it's going straight off. Yep, I got the paintbrush in my mouth. You guys know it's always going to happen one of these times, right? I can't go live without. Okay, so we've got that nice and distressed. You can see that kind of popping through there. I'm going to hit this with just a little bit of heat. I pray I just did not get paint all over my sweatshirt. Yeah, that's not like him. I don't blame you. You need to go get him checked out. I know, it's so sad. But he shouldn't be acting like that, especially a Goldie. I mean, they are definitely not going to act puppyish as much anymore, but no, I would get him checked too. Okay. So we've got this. I know I got a million rulers out here because, you know, painters, we're going to have a million rulers. It's just the rule. All right. So this one, how I'm going to line it up is I am actually going to line it up. I'm going to line it up with this edge just for this first one and the edge of my heart right here. That's how I'm going to edge it up. So we're going to draw a little line right there. There's no other line there, so we're going to go ahead and skip that. Oops. I do, however, need that to go right there because it goes off just a little, which actually we could probably paint that because by the time we add the detail lines, you're not going to see that. All right, so the next one, we're going to line up with our line again. Okay, and then I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to get these two lines right here because the check's going to go up these two lines here. So this would be the same as how you would do it if you were painting or using the tape as well. You're just going to line them up at the paint or the tape, and then remember the ruler would act as your other tape. And then this one, I think we're going to have to add just a little bit of black right there. All right. Okay. I'm going to go right there. Again. One more time. Oops, there we go. And I think this one will be the last one. Yep. Okay, so now we've got our horizontal lines. We're going to do the exact same thing, but horizontally. Okay, so paint again. We're going to keep our lines nice and straight, nice and crisp as much as we can. I'm going to add just a little bit more paint here. Okay, next thing right here. Okay. All right. So where the black overlaps, it's going to automatically, because that paint's dry, it's automatically going to make that darker. Like the print has been overlapped. So now we're going to take the wipe again. I think I'm going the wrong way with this. Yep, I am. Okay, and we're just going to slowly wipe it off. Okay, so we've got our first horizontal stripe done. Going again, straight line across, straight line across, and then we'll hurry and fill in the center. Like I said, we don't need a lot of coverage because, like I said, we're wiping most of this off. Okay. I'm gonna go straight across. And you can kind of see how it's giving that light and dark effect. I know it's wet right now, but you can see how there's a darker contrast to it. That's what we're wanting to see. We'll keep continuing with this. All right. So I'm just taking my brush, going straight back with it. And if you do better at going towards yourself to keep a straighter line, then by all means do that. I used to be able to only really go straight in one direction, but I've developed a little bit better of a talent for being able to go both ways. All right. I'm not going to worry too much that I didn't get all of that, because like I said, this white's going to clean it up, a lot of it anyways. So we're going to just take the white, really hitting those in-between spots. And there's that one. So we got one more to go. And this one. I forgot about that. So this one's going to have a little bit, which honestly, we can probably, no, we can't. I was thinking I could get away with it with this, but I can't. All right, there we go. I'll just kind of lightly do that. Hit just a little bit. There we go. Call that good. Okay, one more, and then we can get having some fun. I think it would be fun to add some iridescent glitter, because you know we got to bling this sucker up, right? I mean, I know we got the metallic gold, but we need some more bling, I feel like. So I was thinking the iridescent white glitter on the white stripes would be just an extra fun touch. Okay, taking the baby wipe one more time. Baby wipes, like I said, are a painter's best friend. And I think I took just a little too much off, so if that's the case, if you think you took a little bit, just take your brush, lightly go over it, and it's perfect. Hey, Susan. Sorry, you guys, if I miss comments. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Okay. So bloop, 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 you can see it drying, how it has the darker and the lighter spots. That's what you want when you look at buffalo check. So when you look at even a shirt that you buy with the buffalo check, you're gonna see the lighter and the darker. And that's what we're trying to get at when you're doing that buffalo check. Same thing would apply as if we were doing the tape method as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that go. I am gonna grab an additional baby wipe because I do have a little bit of paint. Oh, I'm getting way too excited, you guys. I gotta do detail lines. Duh. I'm thinking about glitter. We need detail lines, but I will grab the glitter for a little bit later. Okay, detail lines. Let's make this thing pop. Let's make it have some fun. I'm going to go ahead and still just use this foam plate since I already have a little bit of paint on here. I'm just going to add a little bit more black. Yeah, that should work. And I'm going to get a little bit of water because, like I said, water works really good for when you're doing those detail lines. And I'm going to get, this is a 2/0 liner brush. Just mixing the water in with the black paint. Now the reason why I like to do that is it makes it a little bit easier to get your brush strokes and to line up your project. Now I know that we went a little bit over with that. You can see a little bit of red. We'll come in and touch that up with a little bit of white and that problem will go away. So I'm just hitting a little bit of spots with the heart. And this really cleans up all of those imperfections and everything else when you do the outlining. So think of it this way when you're doing the outline, that basically you're adding the lines back in from like a coloring book. So you know how coloring books have the black lines? That's all you're doing with your project. It's just adding them lines back in to make it look nice and defined. I also do not like going to the the far outline of my project. I like to leave a little bit of space so that you can see the light kind of coming through. I think it just makes it look a little bit funner and a little bit more handmade. Not so perfect per se. So we're still going to do this even on the buffalo check. Because we lighten those lines up, it's still going to show the darker line. And you guys, I'm just feeling this thing needs a zigzag right there. I had to. You know me and my zigzags. I gotta do it. I'm kind of even feeling like a zigzag there. Okay. It was throwing me off not having my zigzags. I think it was Johnny the other day that was like, I'm calling you zigzag or zaggy. Okay, so that heart is done. I'll get this down here in a second. I don't want my hand to run into paint. Okay. Same thing here. We're just doing our nice little outline. And if you get a little bit off course, just make your line a little bit thicker. It's okay. We don't have to be complete perfectionists with this. Ooh, my hand is shaking. Been painting a lot, so it doesn't surprise me. Okay. So get that line. I'm going to get this outside line. Like I said, we're not going to go straight to the edge, but we're going to go pretty close. Like you can see there. That's going to give it a little bit of fun. And then I think this one, we're going to have a little zag over on that side. This one will go right here, clean that up. And then I'm gonna just clean up this edge a little bit from the buffalo check. I don't like how it finished a little bit. So we're just gonna clean that up a little. Okay, done. Now we're gonna add some white, and the white is going to make everything pop. Oh, hey Mel, I didn't see you pop in. I'm talking and chit-chatting and not paying attention. Okay, white, I'm just going to add it to the plate too. The white can gunk up as well. I have a collection of brushes over here, you guys. Okay, so if you are feeling like the white is gunking up, which this white has been, I'm just going to add a little bit of my water to it, swirl it around. You're just going to water it down a little bit. Like I said, it just makes it a little bit easier to slide your brush with. That's all you're doing with it. So we've got this. All right, so I'm just going to hit a little bit there. We're going to touch up that little bit of red that we messed up on. I'm going to skip the zigzag on this one. Oops, I just hit black paint there. So I'm going to skip that little zigzag because it's really not going to show up with me doing the white on it. I mean, we can try a little bit, but as you can see, it's not going to really matter too much. So with the white, we are seriously just barely touching with our heart. And just kind of lightly giving a little bit of detail. I'm going to go ahead and hit that right there. And I'll go ahead with the cheetah, and then we'll do the big buffalo check in the back. And you don't, with the white, you really don't have to have it hit in every direction. You just want a nice little outline. Kind of, it just gives a little bit of dimension. Oh, Sue, I'm so excited for you in your craft room. Suki, it is a-okay. Just so you guys all know, next week I will be starting at a new time, and I will be starting at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know you guys have had a little bit of confusion with the times because we're not all of us designers are completely consistent with the times because we have different schedules. But I figured I could kind of help it out, and me and Susan at least can kind of be on that same time. Different days, but same time. So I feel like that will help you guys a little bit, hopefully. So anywho, we'll hope for it. So here we go, you guys. As you can see, just that little white, it just kind of makes everything sparkle. I feel like it really makes everything pop, and it looks really put together. In my opinion, I love the white. White is my favorite. Love that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the white shimmer on. That's why I also didn't really care too much to put a second coat on when you first noticed me painting. I didn't put that second coat on the stripes because I knew I was going to probably add the glitter on. If I didn't, I would definitely add an extra coat because it is a little splotchy. I'm looking for my Mod Podge. There we go. Yes, I know, it really does, doesn't it, Sue? I'm glad you agree. So with the Mod Podge, I'm just going to hit a little bit of dots with some Mod Podge. I get this at the dollar store, you guys. I really don't go through it that much because a little bit of Mod Podge goes a long way. I know people have filled up like the ketchup condiment bottles, you know, kind of stuff that you can get at the dollar store and stuff with Mod Podge to get the same effect, because I just like the control of being able to put, you know, just a little bit out than opening the huge big jar of it. But that's my personal preference. The big jar works just the same. I do like the matte finish more than the gloss, but the gloss works as well. It's glue, right? I know that Carla used to make her Mod Podge, and I believe she said it was just Elmer's glue and a little bit of Elmer's glue and water is what she was mixing it with. Now, don't quote me on that, but I know of people that have made their own Mod Podge, and I believe that's what they use. For me, it's $1 at the dollar store. I don't have to waste my time, so I do that. Alright, okay. I should have got this paper out before. This is tracing paper, but it works the same as like a freezer paper or a baking type paper, like baking sheet. You just don't want to use wax paper because it will stick, everything will stick on, the glitter will stick onto it and it will come off. It does, doesn't it, Sandy? Okay, so as you can see, we've got the glitter. Oops, my lighting does not want to show it. I mean, you can see it, but you can't see it online as well. But we've got the glitter on there. I was kind of going for a streaky look, and that's kind of what happened. Let me see. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see it that way. So I think it looks really fun. And then, like I said, waste not. We don't want to waste any, especially our precious glitter. So you can keep that glitter again. I always fold my paper ahead of time. And that way it makes it easier if you already have a pre-folded paper and then lift it out. Yes, parchment paper, thank you. Let me flip you guys up so you can see the head-on version. So there we go. I'm so excited. It turned out so cute. I'm so excited with how it turned out. So there's that. And then I was going to show you guys, look how cute these are. I finished these up last night and sprayed them this morning. Just wanted to show you because I am in love with them. Aren't they so cute? So we got the girl with a lip sucker and the boy with a cute little rose. The prince, frog prince. Because you know you got to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince. So this will be in my Valentine's collection. But anywho, template is listed on the live, so you can go ahead and get that if you want the template. Thank you, Karen. And then I don't have this one listed, but I will. And I will also work on listing the llama because I know I didn't. And I've had a couple of people ask me about it. So I will list that. I just got to get caught up. It's been one of those. It's been one of those weeks. But I thank you all for hanging out with me. Look, you guys, I like kind of finished in enough time. So, love, and I will talk to y'all later. Have a very happy new year. And hopefully it's a much better year, right? Bye, guys.